Hello and welcome to the setup video for the EDD All Access extension. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install the plugin, set up an All Access product. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that you can use All Access, and also quickly go over a couple of the integrations available in the EDD All Access extension. So by the end of this video, you'll have a pretty good idea of how to set up All Access and how to use it to make it work for your unique situation, because there's a lot of different ways that you could use All Access. So let's go through. I've set up a sample WordPress installation here, and I'm going to be using the Vend theme from EDD. It's free. You can download it from easydigitaldownloads.com, and it's a great theme. I'm just going to be using that for this tutorial. Also note that this is 4.7 of WordPress and the first version of the EDD All Access extension. So if a couple things look different, that could be because updates have come out since this video was made. So let's dive right into it, and I'm going to show you how to install the plugins. So the first thing you need to do is get the All Access extension. So you can purchase that from easydigitaldownloads.com, and when you do, you'll get an email receipt which allows you to download the plugin and get your license key. So I've already downloaded the extension, so I'm going to then go over to my WordPress where I'm going to be installing this and setting up my digital shop, and I'm going to go to Plugins, Add New. And then I'm going to click on Upload Plugin at the top, and then choose File. And I'm going to browse to the directory where I download my files. On a Mac, that's typically your downloads directory. I'm just going to click on the plugin that I downloaded and click Open. And this is the zip file note, so I'm going to click Install Now. And it's going to upload that plugin into my WordPress dashboard. And then once it's uploaded, it's going to ask me to activate it. So I'm going to click Activate Plugin. And then you're going to see a couple of notices up here at the top. The main one is that it requires Easy Digital Downloads. If you don't have Easy Digital Downloads already, you can just click this Install It link, and it's going to automatically install Easy Digital Downloads for you. Now, if you already have Easy Digital Downloads installed, you won't see this, so you can skip over this part. So let's click Activate Plugin to activate Easy Digital Downloads. So now we have Easy Digital Downloads and the EDD All Access extension installed. Now, to make sure that you get all of the updates available for the All Access extension, use your license key, which you got in your purchase receipt, and enter it by going to Downloads, Settings, Licenses, and then enter your license key right here. Once you've entered your license key here, when updates become available for the All Access extension, you'll see them under Dashboard Updates, and you can just do them automatically. And now we'll go over to Downloads on the left-hand side, and these are products in Easy Digital Downloads. And you can see I've set up a couple of sample products here, a test photo, another test photo, and a test video. These are things that are for sale in my digital shop. Let's take a look now at the front end of my site now that I've set up these products and installed these plugins. And you can see my products that are for sale. So here are my two test photos and my test video. So let's click on one of the photos and see how it normally looks in Easy Digital Downloads. You can see on the right-hand side, we've got small, medium, and large. And that's because I've set up different product variations. So small, medium, and large, those are variations of this photo, which you can purchase. So I can choose the size of the file that I want to buy, and then I can click Purchase. So this is normal Easy Digital Downloads behavior. Now, what if I wanted to make it so that somebody could purchase all access to this website so that they can download any product that they want by being logged in? Well, it's very simple. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard and go to Downloads, Add New, and we're going to call the product All Access. Now, you don't need to call the product All Access. You can call it whatever you like. It could be VIP, it could be Master License, whatever works for your site, whatever verbiage, whatever wordage you want to use, go ahead and enter that as the title. And then you can write in your description of the All Access product here. So I'm just going to write, purchasing this product will give you access to download all products. And now I'm going to set my pricing a little bit higher for this product because it includes all products. So for this one, I'm going to set it to be $100 just for this example. And then on the right-hand side over here in the All Access meta box, I'm going to check the box that says convert this product into an All Access pass. So when I check that, a few more options are going to show up on my screen. And the first one is it's going to ask us which products this is going to give us all access to. And by default, it's going to give us access to all products. We can limit this by category later, but for now, I'm just going to leave it set to all products. We can also set the duration of the All Access Pass, so I'm going to set it to never expire in this scenario. However, it can also be set to expire in 1 year, 2 years, or by month, by week, or by day. So you can choose how you want to set that up, but for my example, I'm going to set it to never expires. And you can also limit the number of downloads that a customer can get per day, week, period, whatever. By default, it's going to be empty, and that means they get unlimited downloads per day. But if you enter a number here, let's say we enter 1, it's going to give that customer 1 download per day, but we can also change that to be 1 download per week, per month, per year, or per total. That means the entire period of their All Access Pass. So you can have different download limit periods than actually the length of the All Access Pass. So you could limit them by day, even though the pass lasts for a year. So again, for this example, I'm going to leave this set to 0, and that means they get unlimited downloads. The next option down is total price variations. Price variations are what I was talking about as far as small, medium, and large. Small, medium, and large are variations of the product. The photo can come in a small size, a medium, or a large size. And the way that we deal with those in All Access is that they, by default, get all access to the small, medium, and large. They get all access to all product variations, all price variations. If you don't want to give them access to, let's say, the large version, but only the small and medium, you can include the first and second price variations by entering 2 and then checking those variations. That will only give them access to the first price variation, which is small, and the second price variation, which is medium in this case. Your price variations might vary from this. They might not be small, medium, and large, but they will be in the first, second, and third. So you want to have your product variations all the same. So if it's small, medium, large, make sure that they're all small, medium, and large. That way, when the All Access Pass gives access to only the first and second variations, all of the first and second variations will be included, or not included. You can exclude them as well by unchecking them. Again, for this, I'm just going to leave this as a true All Access Pass to my entire site. So I'm just going to say 0, and that means that all of the price variations are going to be included for all products. So those are the main settings that need to be changed or chosen when you're setting up an All Access product. Now, there are a few additional options here for receipts. And this is the first thing your customers are going to see after they purchase. Normally, when someone purchases a product from Easy Digital Downloads, they'll see a list of things that they can download. But because there could be hundreds, thousands of products included in all Access, we want to show them a link to the site where they can download those products. By default, this link is going to direct them to log in first, so it's going to send them to the default login page for WordPress. And then after they've logged in, it's going to redirect them to your downloads archive, where all of your products from Easy Digital Downloads will live. So you probably don't need to change this. It will work smoothly on just about every setup. But if your product is unique in some way and you need to change that, you can do that here. But for most situations, you can leave these options alone. So let's leave them alone and go up and hit publish. And also, just to make this look pretty, I'm going to go down and add a featured image. So I'm going to click Set Download Image, and I have this image chosen for my All Access Pass. And now my product has a featured image. That's going to make it look good in the Vend theme, and most other themes make use of featured images as well. So now let's go and look at the front end of this site and see how it looks. So you can see that now our products are also showing this All Access product. So I could purchase any one of these products, or I can purchase All Access. So now I'm going to actually open this up in an incognito window so that I can be logged out and act as a new customer. So in Chrome, I'm just going to go New Incognito Window, paste in the URL, and go back. So here we are on this All Access page, but we're logged out now. And I'm going to click Purchase and Checkout. And you can see that All Access is now in my cart. So I'm going to scroll down and enter my customer email address and click Purchase. Now, the first thing you'll notice here is that there was actually an error, and that's because All Access requires your users to have a user account. So if you see this, you must be logged in to purchase all access error, it means that your site is set up to have guest purchases. There are two ways around this. You can either disable guest purchases in your site, or you can use the auto register extension from Easy Digital Downloads, which is a free extension that automatically creates a user account for your Easy Digital Downloads customers. For this example, I'm not going to use that. Instead, I'm just going to go back and log in as my admin and go back to my dashboard and go to Downloads, Settings, Miss, Checkout Settings, and I'm going to require login. So I'm going to click this box right here, which is going to disable guest purchases. And then to make it easy for my customers to sign up and register, I'm going to show registration and login form right on my checkout page. So that's going to allow them to register or log in directly on the checkout page. So I'm going to save this. And now let's go back to my incognito window, and I'm going to refresh my cart page. So now you can see that it also shows this already have an account login or the option to register down here under create an account. I already have a customer account on this site, so I'm going to click login, and I'm going to enter my username, and now it's logging me in. You can see that I'm logged in now as the customer. It knows my name, and I'm going to click purchase. And now the purchase goes through correctly. You can see I got the purchase confirmation. I can see my receipt information. And then I also see this click here to use your all access pass. That is what was set up in the product itself when we were looking at the receipt options. This is that link. So if you wanted to customize that, this is where that happens. So let's click on it. It's going to redirect me to log in here. So now it's just going to enter my password. And now I'm logged in and I have my all access pass. So let's see what's changed. Let's go over and take a look at test photo 2. Now you can see what used to be the purchase form here now says download now. So I can choose the size that I want to download, and it's going to change the button accordingly. And I can download any size that I want. So let's click on download. And now I've downloaded this product using my all access pass. So let's take a look at another product. Let's say test video A. And you can see that it gives me the option to download it. There's no product variations for this one. Download it. Let's click that, and you'll see the video downloads. All right, so now we've successfully set up our first all-access product, which gives full all access to all products and all product variations in our digital shop. Now let's go ahead and set up a new all-access product that's limited to just our photos. So to do that, I'm going to log in as my admin again in my other tab, and I'm in my WordPress dashboard here. And I want to make sure that I have a download category for my downloadable products. So I'm going to go to Downloads, Categories on the left-hand side. And I'm going to create a new download category called Photos. Click Add Download Category. And now I'm going to put 2 photos into that category. So I'm going to click on All Downloads on the left side. And I'm going to look for my photos, and I'm going to check them. And then at the top where it says Bulk Actions, I'm going to change that to Edit. And then click Apply. And I'm going to check this Photos category, and then click Update. And now you can see in this categories column here that my 2 photos are in the photos category. Ideally, you want to be building these categories as you create products. So that's just a note on how you want to build your store in general. It'll save you a lot of time in recategorizing everything later. But now I've just dropped my 2 photos into this photos category. And now I'm going to create a new all access pass. So I'm going to leave my old all access pass as it is. People can still purchase that. But then they can also purchase just all photos. So let's go to Add New. And let's call this one All Photos. And I'm going to set the pricing a little bit lower for this one since it's a limited all access product. And now that I've set that, I'm going to scroll down and check the convert this product into an all access pass in the all access meta box here. And then under all access 2 this time, instead of all products, I'm going to remove that. And then I'm going to select my photos category. This is going to give just access to photos when this product is purchased. Let's also set a duration for this one. So let's set it to be 1 year. Let's also set a download limit for this example of 1 download per day. So you can see 1 download per day is set here. And then for total price variations, let's say that I want this one to only give access to the small version of these photos. So because there are 3 price variations on my photo products, small, medium, and large, I'm going to enter 3 here. And then for the included price variations, I only want small, which is the first. We can leave the rest as is. So let's click on publish. And I'm going to purchase this as my customer. So let's go back to our incognito window here for testing purposes. And I'll paste in the URL here. And let's purchase this all photos product. So $75, go to the checkout. I'm already logged in, so I don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to click purchase. Now here I am on my purchase confirmation page. Again, I can see my receipt information. And then if I scroll down, you can see the product that I chose to purchase is called All Photos. And then under that, I have the click here to use your All Access Pass link. Now here's where we might want to change up some of the wording here. Instead of click here to use your All Access Pass, we might want to say click here to download any photo. So instead, I'm going to go back to edit that product. And in the dashboard, when logged in as admin, I'm going to go to Downloads, All Downloads, and find my All Photos product, click Edit, and then scroll down to the All Access meta box, and then go to the receipt options. And I'm going to change this, and instead of it saying click here to use your All Access Pass, I'm going to right click here to download any photo. And the link that I want it to go to isn't going to be the downloads directory anymore. So in this particular case, I want it to be the photos category. So on the left-hand side under downloads categories, I'm going to open that link in a new tab. And then I see my photos category, so let's click on view. And that's going to load up the front end side of this category. So let's copy this link, because this is where people can see just the photos that they can download. Let's go back to where we edit the All Access product, and under Receipts, Link URL, let's go and enter that here. So now when people click that, they'll be redirected to that Photos category. And let's scroll up and hit Update. And now let's go back to our incognito window where we were logged in as that customer, and let's refresh this purchase confirmation page. And now you can see the link now says click here to download any photo. And when we click on it, we're going to go to that link, which is our photos category. So that's nice and smooth. Now let's click on the photo that we want to download. And again, we have all access to the photos category. So when we click download, it's going to download that photo of our choice. So that's how you can set up a category limited all access product. Now, right now, this user actually has 2 All Access passes, and let's give the customer a way of seeing their All Access passes. So now let's go back to our admin dashboard, and let's find the page where they would look at their purchase history. So let's go to the purchase history page, which is automatically created by Easy Digital Downloads, and click Edit. And then we're going to add a new shortcode to this page underneath purchase history. This one's going to be called EDD All Access Passes. So that's square bracket EDD underscore all underscore access underscore passes. And then an end square bracket. And let's click Update. And now let's go back to our incognito window where we're logged in as the customer. And let's go to that purchase history page. And now you can see here we've got our purchase history, which shows our receipt information and details and downloads. But now we also have this new area where we can see our All Access passes. You can see the first one that we bought was called All Access. And the second one was called All Photos, and that it never expires, the first one. And the second one expires 1 year from today. So let's go to this first one and click on View Full Details. So we're still on the purchase history page, but it's refreshed, and now we can see extended information about our All Access Pass and get to know what we're allowed to do, what we're not allowed to do. This one never expires. I get access to all products, and it's active. Let's go back and take a look at our All Photos product. And then we'll scroll down, and now we can see all of the information about this All Access Pass, which has a bit more variation because it has a duration of 1 year, only gives us access to photos. And it tells us also our included price variations, so we can see that we only have access to the first price variation, which is again that small version of each photo. And you can see how many downloads I've used because of the download limit. You can see I get 1 per day, and I've used 1 download today. And then also some more information about the download period. So my download period started at 6:35 p.m. and my next download period begins at 6:35 p.m. tomorrow. So you can see that I have to wait 24 hours before I can download more products with this All Access Pass. So this is a good way if your customers come to you and say, oh, I've used up all my downloads per day. When can I download again? You can tell them, well, just go check your purchase history and view that All Access Pass, and it will tell you when you can start downloading again, and it's right down to the minute. And it also gives you the current time on the server because your customers may not be located in your time zone. So this way they can see what the server time is and how far away they are from that time as far as when their next download period will begin. So this is a good way to support your customers and just let them know exactly what's going on with their All Access Pass at any given time. Okay, so continuing on in our user experience here, let's see what happens if we try to download another product, even though we've hit our download limit of 1 download per day. So let's go back to one of our products. And here we are. Let's click on the download button and see what happens. And you can see that it gives us this error message, which says you've hit the maximum number of downloads allowed for your All Access account, 1 per day. Now, if we want to change this error message, we can do that in the settings for All Access. So let's go back to our tab where we're logged in as the admin and go to Downloads, Settings, Extensions, All Access Settings. And here we can change a lot of the default text that shows up in the plugin, things like the Download Now text on the button, and error messages that show to the user in different situations. For this scenario, we are looking for the one called If Download Limit Reached. And here's that error message we just saw when logged in as the customer. So let's go ahead and change that to something else. Let's say you've hit the maximum number of photos you can download. Okay, and we also have the option here for a redirect URL. So if you wanted to even build a custom page that says you've hit too many downloads, you could do that and redirect them there, or you can just use the default WordPress error screen. So let's just go with that for now, and we'll go down to the bottom and hit Save Changes. And now let's go back to where we're logged in as the customer in the incognito window, and we'll go back to the product. And let's try and download it again, and now we'll see what happens. And you can see now the error message has changed to you've hit the maximum number of photos you can download per day. So this error message makes more sense to the user and gives them a little bit better idea of what is going on. So that's how you can customize that user experience as well. Okay, so now as an example, let's say that this customer comes to you and asks for their download limit to be raised just for 1 day or just temporarily, and you decide to agree. You can actually edit each customer's All Access Pass and the parameters of that All Access Pass on a customer by customer basis. And the way that you do this is log into your dashboard as the admin, and then go to the Customers tab on the left side here under Downloads. And then we're going to search for the customer in question. And I'm going to search using the email address. And now I've done the search for my customer, so I'm going to load up that customer by clicking View. And then I'm going to click on this All Access Passes tab on the left. And this shows all of the All Access Passes that this customer has. And so we are looking for the one called All Photos, and I'm going to click on View Details. So here we are on the All Access Pass details page for this customer's All Access Pass. By default, it's going to use the settings at the time of purchase because this is essentially what the customer agreed to when they purchased, and that was 1 download per day. But since we want to change that, you can scroll down here and change them by using this customer-specific settings option. So we'll check this, and then we'll go down to the download limit and raise this to 2 downloads per day. Actually, let's set it to 3. You can see you can even change the price variations here, but let's leave them as they are for now, and we'll click Update All Access Pass. So now this customer's limit is set to 3 downloads per day. And if we ever want to go back to the settings at the time of purchase, we can simply do that by checking this box and hitting Update. But we're not going to do that right now. Instead, we're going to go back to our customer window where we're logged in as the customer. And let's see if we can download this product now since we have more downloads per day. And there you go. Now we've downloaded it again. And since this would be our last download, this should fail on us again here. This would be our 4th attempt. And yes, it does. So we've hit our limit of 3 photos per day. Again, so this is how the customer experience works when it comes to download limits. So again, just to quickly review, here is the All Access Pass details page, and this is where you can manage a customer's All Access Pass, and you can change what they have access to, how long they have access, which categories they get access to, and so on and so forth. It really allows you to manage All Access Passes on a customer-by-customer basis. That's the important part to learn here. Okay, so I hope that gives you a good idea of a few of the different ways you could use All Access by limiting categories, download limits. So let's take a look at some of the integrations that EDD All Access has. The first one being recurring payments, which is an extension from Easy Digital Downloads that allows you to charge recurring payments. So the first thing we need to do is purchase the EDD recurring plugin. I've already got that downloaded and installed on here, so I'm just going to go to Plugins, Installed Plugins on the left-hand side, and then I'm going to activate Easy Digital Downloads recurring payments, and you can see that here. So now it's activated. So if we want to make our All Access product automatically recur, it's very simple. All we need to do is go to the product, and let's edit our All Photos All Access Pass. And then down here where the download prices are set under recurring, let's change that from no to yes. And whatever the period is here, let's say that we wanted it to be charged monthly. Let's scroll down now to the All Access meta box here on the right. And instead of saying that the All Access duration is 1 year, let's change that to this new sync with recurring expiration option. So that's going to make this sync up with whatever you set here as far as recurring and the period. This will keep them nicely in sync, and then you don't have to worry about All Access expiring at a different time than when the recurring payments come in. So that's really simple, and literally that's all you need to do. The rest is handled by the plugins. All Access handles it on its side, and recurring will handle it on that side as far as actually accepting the payments. So now anyone who purchases this product from this point forward will get a subscription set up that automatically charges them, and their All Access Pass will automatically renew. So that's all there is to know for the EDD recurring integration for EDD All Access. Now let's quickly take a look at how EDD All Access integrates with EDD Commissions and how to set that up. The main part that I'm going to go over here is how to configure an All Access product with commissions. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that we have EDD Commissions active. So I'm going to go to Plugins, Installed Plugins on the left here, and then activate the Easy Digital Downloads Commissions plugin. And that's active now. So now we're going to go to Downloads, All Downloads. And this again shows us all of the products that we have in our Easy Digital Downloads shop, things that are for sale. And you want to make sure that you set up commissions for all of your products, even products that aren't All Access products. This is important. So for every photo, we're going to set up commissions. So let's edit our first photo here. And we'll scroll down to the new Commissions meta box, which is added to the page when we enabled the Commissions extension. And let's click to Enable Commissions. Okay, so now we have got the type. We want to make sure the type is set to percentage. Let's set who is supposed to earn the commission for this product. So let's say that it's me. And let's say that my rate is 50%. That means I earn 50% of the value of this product to the store. So that's going to automatically be calculated, and we have a separate video which breaks down the commissions calculation. It's fairly complex, but it's all explained in detail in that other video. So this is all you need to do, but you need to do this for every single product. So make sure that all of your products have commissions set up. If the commission is not set up, if commissions are not enabled for a product, they will not be calculated when an All Access Pass expires. So make sure that you do go through and set up commissions for all of your products. Here's my second photo, so I'm going to enable commissions for this. And I'll set it to admin, and I'll leave this one blank, which means it will fall back to the site default rate in EDD Commissions. So that's all you need to do there. And again, let's just make sure that all of our products are actually enabled. So here's the video in my site, sample video product. Scroll down, enable commissions, set the commissions receiver, set their rate. I'll set this user's rate to 75%, so they earn 75% of the value of their products to the store. Update this product. And then last but not least, we're going to enable commissions for the All Access product. So let's do that. We'll find our All Access product and click Edit. Scroll down to the Commissions meta box and check to enable commissions. There are no additional settings needed for an All Access product because the receivers and the rates for commissions are set per product. So we go back and set those per product. All we need to do to enable it for All Access is to check this box, and it'll fall back to those other rates. Okay, so then we'll click Update. And now, when a user purchases All Access and then it expires, those commissions will automatically be calculated, and they're going to split the value of the All Access Pass. So since this All Access Pass costs $100, that's the value that's going to be split between all of the other commission receivers. And note that commission receivers will only get a commission if their products were actually downloaded. But this is how you go through and set up commissions for an All Access Pass. And that's all you need to do. Now let's look at how the All Access extension integrates with the EDD software licensing extension to allow you to sell master licenses which work for any product included in All Access. So the first thing that we need to do is make sure that we have EDD software licensing activated. So I'm going to go in my WordPress dashboard to plugins on the left, installed plugins, and I already have it installed, so I'm just going to click Activate under Easy Digital Downloads Software Licenses. So software licensing is now active, and let's go now to Downloads, All Downloads, find our All Access product, click on Edit, and then we're going to scroll down to the software licensing meta box that's just been added, and click Check to enable license creation. This is going to enable license creation for our All Access product. So again, note that we've activated All Access for this product already over here on the right in the All Access meta box. And we're also activating software licensing for this product. And we want to make sure that the license length matches the length of our All Access product. So here you can see that this one was set to never expire. Let's set this to 1 year. So that's the duration of our All Access Pass. We want to make sure that we set software licensing, the length of this license, to also be 1 year. So I'm going to choose 1 year. So now the length of our software license for this product matches the All Access period length for this product, and everything will stay nicely in sync so that when one expires, so does the other. If you don't set these the same, they will expire at different times, so it's important to pay attention to that and only do that if you really mean to. Otherwise, you want to make sure that these are absolutely in sync. So set them to be the same, and then click Update. And now when people purchase this All Access product, they'll also get a license key that works for all of the products included in this All Access Pass. So I hope that this tutorial was helpful and that you learned some things about how you can use All Access in a few different ways. And if you have any more questions, make sure to go through the documentation in full by going to easydigitaldownloads.com, click on Add-ons, find the All Access extension there, and then when it loads on the right-hand side, you'll see a link here to the documentation. Click View Setup Documentation, and that will take you to all of the setup information that you need to get all of this set up and configured the way that you need it.